Good morning. Today is our pleasure to welcome a panel of expert residential cleaning service owners and managers sharing their favorite cleaning training tools. There are a great many aspects of training, developing, and empowering your cleaning staff, but today we are only going to have time to talk about one aspect of training cleaning, and perhaps the most important one to all of us, and that is how to train a cleaner to efficiently and effectively clean a home while being obsessed with quality expectations. Each of our panelists or their companies come to us with several years of experience in training residential cleaning technicians. We are so grateful for your time today and welcome you to our series, Owners and Managers Sharing Their Experiences. I would like to begin by introducing our panelists, and we will begin with our newest webcam owner, Mary DeClerc. At $12 at Staples, they made a killing on us. Although Mary upgraded and went to a really nice webcam, Mary, thank you for going out of your way to do that. And I do want you all to know, all of you viewers, that this has taken about 8 to 10 hours to put together, so you need to thank these people for their time. Mary is the owner of Clean Tech Maid Service. Mary, would you please tell us where your business is located, how long you've been in business, how many repeat clients you have, and how many cleaners you have?
Sure, I'd be happy to, Sharon. Glad to be here joining everyone. We are located in Minooka, Illinois. That is about 50 miles southwest of Chicago. I've been in business 14 years, incorporated about 13 years ago when I brought on employees. We have 99 repeat clients. We have 10 cleaners, an assistant manager, and field supervisors, and everyone works in the field, even if they work in the office other than myself.
Very good. Well, you got the best job there. Next we'll meet Brandy Atha with the Cleaning Pro. If I pronounced your name wrong, Brandy, please correct me. Could you please tell us what your role is with the Cleaning Pro, how long you've been with Chuck, and run through the remainder of the scenario for your company for us?
I'd be happy to. I am Brandy Atha, and I'm the Quality Control Manager. I'm also been with Chuck for 7 years now, and we've been in business for 8 years, and we have 275 repeat clients and 20 full-time cleaners.
Very good. That's a nice repeat client count for the number of years you've been in business. You should be proud. Thanks, Brandy, and welcome. Let's move on to Shirley Perlinsky, who is the owner of S&G Cleaning Services Corporation. Shirley, could you share a little bit about your company with us?
Sure. I took over the business from my mom 11 years ago. I'm located in New Jersey. 11 years ago, we started the company with 30 clients, and today we are proud to have 215 repeat clients. We are down to 16 cleaners, but it's temporary. We are going up again. And we have 3 people at the office, me and 2 more people.
Perfect, sir.
At the office.
And I am not always impressed by the number of cleaners. I'm impressed by the number of clients and how many cleaners can do it. So your numbers are great. They really are.
Thank you.
Last, we're going to go, but certainly not least, Lauren. We're going to go to Lauren Folks with Guarantee Girls. Some of you viewers might be very familiar with Lauren's parents, Ellen and Chunky Folks, but Lauren is the one who runs the residential cleaning service and proves to us that the apple doesn't fall very far from the tree in your family. I wonder what your grandkids will do, Lauren. How long have you been working with Guarantee Girls? What's your exact role with them, and what are your statistics at Guarantee Girls?
Well, thank you very much for the compliment, Sharon. I have been with Guarantee Girls for almost a year and a half now. I am the manager and also quality assurance manager for the company. Guarantee Girls has been in business for 28 years. We have 200 plus repeat customers, and we also have 16 ladies that clean, and then we also, really it's a total of 19 ladies. We have 16 cleaners in and out every day, and we have 3 ladies that have been with the company for over 20 years that come in once a week and don't take any new customers. So we have technically a total of 19 cleaners.
Phenomenal, Lauren. You've been in business for so long, and we're going to do a webinar sometime about what they were just talking about the advantages of being in business and what you can get when you're sitting on that many needles that need to be threaded. But that's another webinar. But Lauren comes to us with great, great experience, so we really appreciate you being here, Lauren.
Thank you.
So let's get right to the heart of this interview, which is effective cleaner training tools. Lauren, what do you consider your 3 most important tools in your office? And if you could keep only one, which one would that be, Lauren?
I would have to say that the 3 most effective training tools for us would always be that the ladies do the highs before they do the lows. We've had issues where the ladies might do a ceiling fan before they, after they change the bed. So I make them redo the sheets. So always doing the highs before they do the lows. Also with C.O.R.E videos, they offer a worksheet for the trainee to watch while watching the video. I find it very beneficial for the trainee to watch the video and to also follow along with the worksheet, which is a fill in the blank. Once the person's finished with the videos and the worksheet, I proceed to go over that with them to make sure they had a clear understanding of everything that they've done. And my third tip that I also do is while the ladies are in training, I have the trainee do a post-training test that asks them certain questions as what are work hours, what happens if you come into work and you're not dressed in proper uniform, and I make them fill out this test maybe about a week and a half into training, and anything that they have missed or needs to be expressed more to them, I have the trainer express that to them while they're still in training.
Perfect. Perfect. Again, it's interesting. Shirley, I want to return to your week evaluation form and philosophies after Shirley, I want to talk to you about the things that you feel are good for your company, the 3 top training tools, and then we'll return to talk about one of them.
Okay. The first thing they do when we get a new hire is really watch the core training. And, you know, if they never been in a house cleaning company before, it can give them a pretty good idea what we are doing here. So if they have any illusion that this job is going to be easy, that core is going to really show them. Some people will quit before they finish watching the video. Some people will stay because they want to do that, and the core is the best thing for me because it gives them the real thing right there in their face, that this is what we are about. We are serious, we are professional, and we look professional when we have this kind of quality video to show to our new hire. My own manual, which is something between the core manual and my own rules that's particular to my company. So I customize and I, custom-made my own manual of instructions and handbook. My handbook, I stole like half of the ideas from Sharon's handbook, and then I put my own things as well. And the last is the evaluation form, because this is all beautiful if they absorb anything, if they learned anything. Like Lauren said, if they, you have to figure out if they learned what they saw and what they've been through. And I have an evaluation form that helps to measure that.
Perfect. And we're going to, as I said, we're going to return to that evaluation form because I really like it. I can't believe I didn't think of that when I was running a cleaning service. So we're going to talk about that in a little while. But first we're going to go to Mary, the clerk, who had a very hard time getting her list down to 3. So Mary's going to share 4 of her favorite cleaning tools with us. Mary.
Well, the main training tool that we use initially, we show our new employees the C.O.R.E videos. It's just so professional that when you bring somebody in and My favorite one to start is the before you pick up a rag, because it shows all the basics, the very first things you need to know before you even start cleaning. It shows them greeting the customer, you know, how they should present themselves, entering, leaving homes, just very, very basic things they need to know before they ever even start. So that is absolute, we have that. Another important training tool I consider extremely important as well are the people that we have, our trainers. They are the people that will be in the field with all the new employees. They will be evaluating them. They will be making sure they are trained to the system, and not even so much the job that they do to start, but that they get that part down so that when they pick up speed, they'll be doing the right procedure with the system. So that's very important. Along the way, we don't use all the same products that are in the core training videos, but that's okay. What we do is when it comes to a product we don't use or a system that we don't use, we just fill that in with our own method to the employee. There's still so many great basic and detailed things for them to learn, so we just kind of input our own manuals. We wrote our own training manual to our own system, which is pretty much like the core system. They're all pretty basic training. And the final, I guess the fourth one that Sharon was talking about is continued training, because it doesn't matter how well trained somebody is. They continually, there's new surfaces, there's new products, well, we're pretty much set with our products, but the continued training is so important. So we continually train everyone in our company.
Perfect. I'm going to return to your number one cleaning training tool, which is the supervisors to train your people, because I did a lot of that in my company, and I do think that's key to your success, even if you have trainers. But first, we're going to go to our last, and again, certainly not least important, panel member, Brandy.
Hello.
Brandy, you appear to be, hi Brandy, you appear to be the novice here amongst us. What are your three favorite cleaning tools?
Well, we always watch the core training video first. That's number one. And then directly after, we always do the core questions. It lets us know if they're paying attention. It lets us know if they're going to catch on quickly to our way of cleaning. It's really a great tool. And then we do our in-house training. We use the paper copy of the core training videos. We walk through each room and go through step by step. And it's really helped us a lot.
Good. Thanks. And I'm going to stick with you because it's great to get the perspective of a novice, because I am sure there's a lot of novices out there watching this video today. So just like you, they're trying to figure out the best way to do the training with new trainees. For their sake, let's talk about the in-house training that you do a little more. You said it has significant impact on how long it takes to train a new cleaner. Is that correct?
Yes, it does. It's actually cut our training time down in half. We used to spend, it would take us anywhere between a week to 2 weeks to train a new hire. Now we are to the point that we are training them anywhere between 2 to 3 days.
Wow.
Yes.
So how does it work? I mean, you're saying they go into a house, they watch you do the whole house. Is that how this happens?
Absolutely. They have the paper with them, and I'm going step by step through the cleaning process while they're watching me. And at that time, I mean, they've seen this in the video, but at that time they can ask me questions or question why we do things a certain way, or I can explain why I'm using the product that I'm using on different areas and why it works best.
Interesting. So you got them pretty well trained by the time they get through their third day and they're ready to roll on their own and just pick up speed. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, well, the next day I watch them. I have the paperwork, and they're doing the work, and I'm watching them, making sure that they have the whole procedure down step by step. They can do it.
And that's the end of the third day?
Yes.
Perfect, perfect. The ability to train in the home is also one of Mary's most important training tools, but she looks to her supervisors to do the key in this role. Mary, can you talk to us about that a little bit?
Well, we have, I have an employee that's been with us for 13 years, and she is our training manager, and she will she's actually now training other supervisors to train. So she will take a new employee or one of our other newer training supervisors out into the field. They actually do the whole process. They will sit with them with the C.O.R.E video. That is the first thing, and then they will take them out into the field. We do the questionnaires. They need to fill out the questionnaires, although, again, when we get to the products, we use something a little different, so we just insert our own products, and it all works great. It all flows very smoothly. They take the new employee out into the field and then begin the training. They do have the manual. They need to follow the process, the procedure, and they're the ones actually following up and reporting and giving them the quizzes and seeing how they do. So we don't quite have it down as well as Brandy does. That's a great time frame. Our time frame is more a week to 2 weeks, so it looks like we can do a little work on that and get that a little better.
It's interesting. I really have to agree. I think it's common sense in the beginning to have supervisors do this. Chuck maybe came into this with more business than we did, Mary. It's hard to talk about that because having Brandy is obviously wonderful, and maybe that's why she's a little more streamlined than you are. But I think when you have under 20 cleaners, it's hard to come up with the capital to have just an administrative overhead person, sorry, Brandy, like you are. You can use your supervisors to help give you a bottom line, a stronger bottom line to eventually get to that field manager. So it does work. But the question is, how do we know as owners, when we're not out there doing it ourselves, we don't really have somebody as sophisticated as Brandy, how do we know if we're being effective with these new cleaners, with the supervisors training them? Lauren's company uses an evaluation form that they call Guarantee Girls Post-Training Test. Cute, Lauren. Lauren, can you tell us a bit more about this test and how you use it?
Yeah, this is a test that we use once the trainee has been in training for a week to a week and a half. I have them come in early, and while they're waiting for the trainer, they are filling out this test. You know, it's questions that the trainer should have already gone over with them. Questions, what are your work hours? What are the days that you're not allowed to take off during holiday periods? We call those blackout dates. What is your percentage of commission? What is your percentage of commission if you're working with another person? What is the difference between an empty clean and a regular clean? Questions of those sort that they should have already been explained how to do. So once they finish the test, I go over it with the red pen so they know which ones need more area paid attention to, and I give it back to the trainer, and I tell the trainer, okay, the lady thought that she was going to make, she was going to be able to take off on this particular day, which is considered our blackout days. So can you please discuss with the trainee, again, our blackout days? So once the trainer has informed me that she has gone over these areas that need more attention to, I have the trainer has gone over it with the trainee, I have the trainee take the test again. And that way I know that she's comprehending what the trainer is telling her, and she still doesn't have any questions about it. And if she does have questions, I tell her that's no problem. You know, please let me know, because I'd rather you have questions than try and figure things out yourself and it not be the correct way.
It's a great idea. So you're using it as a retraining, not for termination.
Correct.
It's just a very good idea because it so reinforces it. I mean, we still think that they're getting it when indeed they really aren't because it's so natural to us. It's a great idea. Now, Shirley, you've got a similar evaluation sheet that you use on the 5th day of training. Can you share some of the things that you cover on your evaluation form and how you differ and how you use it versus Lauren?
Okay, it's not done in the 5th. I'm sorry to correct you. We do the evaluation from the day 1 from day 1 through day 5. So they're gonna be evaluating the same items every day for 5 days. And I want to see on their evaluation improvement. If they start with F, because we evaluate A, B, C, D, F, they start with F, and appearance, attitude, I want to see by the day 5, they go to A and B. Because if they are less than A and B, then they are not enough, they didn't get it. They're not gonna work for us. But we evaluate all these items every day for 5 days, and I want to see the chart of them improving. We test for appearance, attitude, punctuality, follow instructions, cooperation, enthusiasm, quality, job knowledge, speed, method, consistent, and focus on rules. So that way we know they are improving on their knowledge for all these items, which is important. And, we're just going to approve the ones that get A and B by the day 5.
And Shirley, you are so right. I said that so wrong. The concept that you do look for continuous improvement makes it a tool rather than a threat to them, I think is fabulous. But you do indeed use it as a tool to terminate if you do not see continual improvement by the 5th day. Is that correct?
By the 5th day, I cut my losses. If they are failing in attitude, well, there is some things like I don't terminate them. If they didn't get the quality that we need, we can teach quality. We cannot teach attitude. We cannot, if they don't know how to take care of their appearance by the day 5, we're not going to be able to, if they are not wearing the uniform, if they are their appearance is not professional, then by the day 5, we're not going to be able to help with that. But we will work on quality. And, we can teach really enthusiasm. They might start scared and shy, but by the day 5, they should be, pretty much with the team. And so we all don't use everything to terminate, but some points are very crucial, which one of them is attitude.
I like it because you're putting a more finite answer to what's been bouncing around lately in LinkedIn sites of how long do you keep an employee before you terminate them? Well, if they're not showing continuous improvement by the 5th day, it's very finite. I like it.
And punctuality.
Pardon me?
Yeah.
No,
punctuality too.
Well, absolutely, yeah. If they can't be punctual by the 5th day, they probably aren't going to get that together. So what a great tool. And I still can't believe I didn't use that when I was running our company. I do want to stay with you just a little bit longer. You said that your #1 house cleaning training tool was C.O.R.E, the C.O.R.E training DVD set. I sure do not want to change your idea on that. As a matter of fact, I should pay you for that. But I want to find out why you like them so much.
Yeah, it's more than this is part of my system. It's part of my organization. It's part of my company because there is one thing here that's very consistent. Every new hire will watch C.O.R.E. Every new hire will get exactly the same words, the same information, the same knowledge in the first 2 hours of, they are into the company. I think that's priceless. It's priceless because when can I have time just to repeat myself over and over and over to new hire? And when we say new hire, it doesn't mean they're going to stay with the company. It might be just, like I say, they watch the video and they say, well, this job is not for me. Or they watch the video, they go through the training and they don't work out. Or they watch the video and they are very successful. So we go through a lot new hires to get the right person. If it was not for C.O.R.E, my job will be just repeating myself over and over and over and trying to, get the basics into this new hires head. So to me, it's the C.O.R.E is the core of my training procedures. My 6-year-old watched the C.O.R.E once, and she picked up the rag and she started following the instructions. So that's how easy it is for them to understand. It's a language, and it's in Spanish, it's in English, and it's a language that a 6-year-old can get it. And I tell everybody that if my 6-year-old can get it, you can get it, please.
That's good.
So
almost I think that Tiger Woods picked up the golf club when he was 6. Where do you think your daughter will be in the cleaning industry when she's Tiger Woods' age?
Yeah. But I think I realized, and I talk to a lot of people. I don't get any commission for that, just for the record. But I talk to a lot of people like it is priceless, but it's also, you save money. When you are not spending your time repeating yourself to a new hire that you don't even know if it's going to work out or not, you're just saving money. It's a money saver for my, to incorporate that into my training procedures. And I've been with the course since the day one. It's phenomenal.
Well, thank you, Shirley. And you're right, there is no commission. But I did
you sure?
knock off price when she lost her office and needed the next one. So I did do you a little favor there. Brandy, you also chose C.O.R.E as your #1 training tool. Can you tell us why you are so sold on using C.O.R.E?
Most definitely. It saves time, number one. It's cut our training time down in half, which ultimately saves money. It's added to the professionalism of the company. It shows us as a more structured company. It tells them in the beginning, we do have rules, we have guidelines, and it lets them know this is a professional position. You're not a cleaner. You are in a professional position. You are a cleaning tech. So that's the main thing that we want to get across. We want them to respect their job.
And do you get this, like after they watch it, do you get a feeling like they're feeling like, oh my gosh, this is more than just a cleaning job, it really is a professional position? Do you feel a change, a shift in them after they've watched the videos?
Oh, absolutely. You can tell a difference from the moment they walk in the door. We have some people that, right now there's not a lot of professional jobs. There's people out there that went to college and they can't get in their career, and they'll come here and it's like a last resort. And it's like, no, this isn't a last resort. This is a very professional position that you're in. You're a cleaning tech. And it gives them a little bit more respect for themselves and for their what they're going to be doing.
Well, I'm so glad to hear that, because I do think this is a great industry. I mean, it's making us all a ton of money. Whoever thought we'd make this kind of money with rags and toilets? So we really have to get people to understand this is where it's at in the next 20 years. It's all about service. Everything else goes overseas. They can't take these houses overseas. So, Lauren, in a way, you also chose C.O.R.E as your first and second most important cleaning tool, because you use C.O.R.E as the catalyst for your process training from top to bottom, and the worksheet to ensure that your new trainees are understanding what you're teaching them. Other than the fact that I owe you double commission, can you embellish on that a little bit?
Well, like I said, our biggest issue is to always do highs, excuse me, and then lows. A problem that we were having is girls would jump from highs to lows, and it was so time-consuming. And when I realized this, I let them see the videos again, and they realize also how much time they save to go around the room and do all the highs and then come to the lows, instead of jumping back and forth and trying to remember, did I do this, did I not do this, and they don't do it, and the customer comes home and they're disappointed because, the end table wasn't white like it was supposed to be. that kind of situation. So that's one of our biggest things, is always do the highs before you do the lows. Otherwise, you're double working yourself. And then the other thing is, you know, like I said before, is making sure that the trainee has the worksheet to follow along with the videos, because it is a peace of mind for myself knowing that they are following along, that they are comprehending to some extent, and that if they have any questions, they can put questions on there and I can go over them with them once they finish the videos, because I have personally watched the videos and made notes myself, so in case a trainee does have questions, I would be able to answer them without saying, hold on, let me put in DVD number 4, you know, that kind of situation, because we want to make sure that everyone has a clear understanding of what it is that they're watching, so they're not assuming that they actually know.
Interesting. And do you have them watch all 4 areas, all 5 videotapes before they clean, or do you have them watch, like, are you on teams, Lauren?
No, we are single ladies, and
so they watch them all.
Correct, and we actually have the ladies come in the day before they start training with someone to watch all of the DVDs beforehand.
Interesting. Okay, very good. So, Mary, break my heart. You're the one that chose C.O.R.E as second. So, first of all, my first question would be, what's it going to cost me to bump that to first place? And
it's going to be huge.
And secondly, what are the things that you like about C.O.R.E? And unfortunately, we had so much trouble getting Mary, ran off to Staples last night late and got her webcam. And we had so much trouble getting it up this morning that Mary's just going to have to share this with y'all, and you're going to have to listen because we don't have a PowerPoint for this, Mary.
Well, first of all, let me say the very first thing we do is bring out the C.O.R.E video as soon as they fill out their paperwork. So that is, we do use that initially and ongoing. I think I probably put our people, our trainers, up there along with the video, because that's very important to follow up. But on the C.O.R.E training, it's very professional. So as others have said, it gives a very professional image that we have a system. There's requirements, and it gives a new employee the visuals. I love the visuals, that the high dusting. We can tell them all day, but right from the very first moment they come in and they start watching the training videos, they can see the visuals on the high dusting, on wiping the counters. Don't over-wipe. She says many times a shine is a shine, and that's very important. It saves money when they're not recleaning. So I love the visuals, that all the high dusting, the bathrooms. It shows a great tall shower, but it also shows how you clean something like that right from the start, so they know even though it's not a totally used shower, those high areas still get wiped. So all the visuals on the videos, and then following up with our training personnel. Those are probably our top training tools.
Perfect. Thank you. Well, I do want to thank you, all of you, so much, Mary, Shirley, Brandy, and Lauren, for your time today, and you used a lot. You certainly left me with a couple of ideas that I intend to steal and pass on to my clients, so thank you very much, but I will, of course, give you the credit. So I hope those of you viewing this also have the same positive impact and you picked up some ideas that you can use. Are there any last-minute thoughts or bits of advice that any of you would like to offer to our viewers today?
Well, if anybody wants more information about the evaluation week sheet, I can provide to them, or you can provide to them. Be free to do that. And if anybody has questions, they can call me. Any question about C.O.R.E or any other procedures that I use, they can call me and I can clarify for them.
All the panelists have been nice enough to say that they would be willing to take. Oh, I think they have. I forgot to ask them. If anybody doesn't want to call, speak now or forever hold your peace, because I put your names and your email addresses out there. Ashley and Francis, both that I interviewed, said they got some phone calls and they love getting them. So take advantage of these people. They're free, by the way. I do want to say to all of you, if you go back to your newsletter today, there is a code in there for a half price. All of the items in the shopping cart. I do this normally at the end of each year. It will be good until December 31st. It's 12/31/11 half, H-A-L-F. So 12/31/11 H-A-L-F. If you put that in after you purchase whatever you want on the shopping cart and you apply that code, it will literally knock everything in half except our aprons and my consulting sessions that are on an ongoing basis, and that'll be explained in the newsletter. But everything else is half, including the DVDs. So instead of $400, they're $200 today. I do hope you take advantage of that. I mean, it's really very inexpensive. So as usual, thanks for watching. We hope you'll join us next time as we listen to owners and managers sharing their experiences.
Thank you, Sharon.
Thank you.
Thank you.